So, just like what I mentioned in my video where I did got the confession out of my chest, I thought to myself, maybe I should tell the story about how did I really become a brony. Alright, here's the story. Wait, hold on a second, let me transform. Voila! There we go. There we go. There, here I am what I look like as a pony. Okay, this is a story about how I became a brony. It all started in 2011. Well, I think it was, 2011. Because in the beginning around there, I was just browsing, right? And then suddenly I started seeing a couple fan arts of one of my favorite animes, like I seen this. I was like, what the heck? Sasuke's a horse? That was my reaction. And yes, I freaked out when I first saw that. And then, oh my gosh. Then when I decided, got curious myself, when I typed it in, and then there was like lots. I was like, oh my god, it's getting popular. And then I got curious what this is, and then it turned out this is My Little Pony. I'm like, My Little Pony? Is this a new one? Well, honestly, to myself, I remembered the old ones when I was a baby. True story. My stepdad used to change channels for me. Have some cartoons to watch. When you're a baby, you have to start watching cartoons, not adult animations or late night shows. So you have to change it for certain channels that have cartoons. So he would just find one cartoon channel and then he just left it for me. And I just remembered only the intro. I mean, I don't remember episodes back then. But anyways, as I seen this, I thought to myself, oh my god, is it this popular or something? And I didn't want to bother with it at first, because I was like, and I didn't want to bother, so I was in denial at first time right there. So then later, a couple of my friends has already been making a couple fan arts of them already. I'm like, oh, to myself, in my head, I was like, oh my god, not you too. Because, all those previous fandoms, yes, including Alpha and Omega fandom too, because I know some of them do. Well, not that I know of, actually. But anyways, I was like, oh my god, not you too. That was to myself. I was still in denial. Then, one of my friends actually told me about showed me this video. It was made by Hot Diggity Demon, which is Apple.mov. Oh my god. That was a great... Well, I myself thinking, like, this should be a good video for people who hate My Little Pony, should actually do one for that. How something funny like that. I myself just couldn't stop watching those Pony.mod videos. Those were freaking hilarious. I myself decided to just get into that, because I decided to just stick to the parodies, because this is better. I just couldn't resist how funny they were. So I just watched them over and over and over again. Then I even showed my cousin to see it too. I told him the whole thing, and then he too was in denial, and my friend of mine in real life too, and he was in denial too. And I showed him the parody, saying this is better than the original. So I showed them that, and we all busted out laughing. Those were hilarious. So then later, and we just got addicted to just the parodies. But then in summer 2011 came, after been watching all the Pony.mobs, like couple times, I had thought to myself, you know, I have been watching the Pony.Mobs way too much. I wonder if I should just give the original a chance then. So I went to my satellite from DirecTV. I was browsing channels to find what channel it was even on, because I heard they said it was on the Hub network, but I just couldn't find it anywhere. I searched. I looked on the schedule, and then there I found it. I was like, oh, here's the original. All right, let's start it. Well, I didn't see the beginning. I only got to like sort of middle part of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. The very first, and I mean this very first ever episode I ever seen was episode Over a Barrel. Yes, that was my very first episode I ever seen. What got my attention was the Chief Thunderhooves and those buffaloes. I was like, oh my god, they're putting Native American cultures in here too? I mean, FYI, I'm actually Native American myself. Well, I'm half Native American, but actually, and half Native from my mother's side, and half Mexican from my dad's side. No, I do not speak Spanish. Anyways, this got my attention. I'm like, oh my god, they're putting Native Americans in here. Yeah, that's what I first time called the Buffaloes at first. I didn't call them the Buffaloes. I call them the natives. I'm like, oh my god, they put natives in here. And I mean, literally, I'm like, oh my god, this is actually really good. So after watching the episode, then I didn't want to bother with it after that. So I just skipped till October, Halloween Day in 2011. There was a new episode, was Luna Eclipsed. That was my second ever episode I ever watched, because that's when I was browsing channels and I thought to myself, I should give this another try. So I did. So I watched the whole thing. Then it just got gooder. But the lucky thing, in satellite, it actually showed another one after Luna Eclipse was done. And my third episode was Best Night Ever. Oh my god. Did this caught my attention a lot. All the Cinderella reference, the everything, all the good stuff they had in there. Then I got addicted next. Well, not really just yet. So I gave myself a challenge. Watch 10 episodes to see if I'll love it or not. So I did. So for the past couple days, well, specific days, because I'm always on the internet. I was always on the internet back then. But anyways, specific days, and then, well, in episode Sonic Rainboom, I think that's what it's called. I think that's what it was called, or I can't remember. It's been a long time since but I need to start watching all the seasons again. Anyways, in that episode, that was my cousin's first time he ever watched it, because he was coming out from my room playing games, and he was I think he was just wanted to come in the living room because he was done playing games. Then he was all, what are you watching? I'm like, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. And then he's like, oh. So he started watching it with me right away, and then then he got addicted really quick of how awesome I told him of who are Princess Celestia and Luna, what they resembled. I told him what they are, their history. He himself, okay, this got me mind blown. He himself had said, that sounds like Hades and Zeus, pretty much. That right there is true. They are like Zeus and Hades, now that he mentioned it. Well, sorta. But then, then he started to like it next too. And then I continued the challenge on the other specific days until I reached episode Best, or May the Best Pet Win, or something like, I think that's what it was called. Yeah, I need to start watching episodes again. It's been a long time. Anyways, when I got done on that last episode from our challenge, I decided to love the series and turn into a brony next. Yeah, that was a true story. But the downside is that day before, I was kind of closet brony for a while. I mean, I didn't want to betray my kind because I mean, all the fandoms I'm into, Alpha and Omega, Happy Tree Friends, Lilo and Stitch, etc. Fandoms that I'm into, most of those guys were anti My Little Pony before. And first time I kind of felt like I've betrayed my kind so quick. But I was lucky to be like an assassin. Just is blend in and act like nothing it didn't exist. I loved it. So I just blend in and still acted normal to them. So, but yeah, honestly, with myself, I get insulted way too easily. I mean, especially losing friends for over stuff what I like or what they don't like and what I like. Because I mean, I get insulted way too easily. But I don't. Yeah, I just that first time I just never wanted to reveal. So, but until finally, it's 2015. Well, it is now December, and almost the end of 2015. So after holding in for a couple years now, and then like I already said about in my last on one of my last videos when I said about got my off my chest confession. Yeah, that's the truth story right there about. I mean, even if they hate it, well, that's your opinion to hate the show. I mean, I understand. I mean, you guys, for whoever still survive on YouTube these days, I know you guys are still my friend, right? Yeah, because I mean, I never lose my friends because I know the way how I can just never lose a friend. Because I know even if they may hate it, I will still respect your opinion, even if you hate it. Because I mean, that's what friends even have to do: respect opinions. So that pretty much covers it. All right, let me change back. There we go. Anyways, that's my story about how I became a brony. So this is Sharing Gun 1230 signing out.